One person is dead and 2 others are hurt after an apartment fire in a Vancouver neighborhood. It was a scenario that neighbors tell us they didn't even believe it was real at first. Fox 12's Carly Olson has that story.
I'm here at the Ridgecrest Apartments in the Hazel Dell neighborhood of Vancouver, and neighbors that we spoke to tell me that a child living nearby had been pulling pranks on them a couple months ago and setting off the fire alarm. And so one woman I spoke to had to bang on her neighbor's door to make sure he knew this was the real thing.
You always think that you like plan for it. Like, what would I grab?
On Thursday morning,
The clothes you just lay flat.
Carly Dayshaw's car is filled with jackets and shoes. But when the fire alarm went off in her apartment complex hours earlier,
I just grabbed my cats and just got out. And so when I looked at my blinds, I could see the flames and embers. This is happening.
those flames erupted on the top floor of one of the buildings at around 12:30. And some neighbors reported hearing explosions.
That fire burned so hot that the second floor dropped down to the first floor. There was so much debris that we actually had to dig a hole through the adjoining apartment and tunnel through that.
That's when crews sadly discovered a body. One woman with second-degree burns is in the hospital, while another person had minor injuries and declined treatment.
I have a couple more loads.
For residents like Carly,
It's devastating. It's really, really sad.
knowing that someone died a tragic death in the space she calls home is difficult to process. But now, she and those living in the other units that were evacuated have to find temporary housing that may end up being permanent.
It's all very second by second right now. If I got really lucky, I miraculously didn't have any fire damage and I get to like take my things out, and like not everybody gets to take their stuff out, and like somebody lost somebody.
Dayshaw tells me it could be weeks before they move back into their apartments, and the Red Cross is currently offering housing help to anyone who needs it. I also spoke to the Clark County Fire Marshal over the phone, and they tell me they are still working to determine the cause of the fire, and they may not have an update for another few days. Reporting in Vancouver, Carly Olson, Fox 12 Oregon.